Hey, my friend, it's Gavin Mountford here, and in this training, I'm going to give you 10 top tips for organizing your workspace and environment. Because now you're gradually getting better at this process and you're learning this process, there's a few things you need to do to set yourself up for success right from the start. So if you take a look below this video, you will find the instructions. If you click on it and pop it open, you will see the 10 top tips that I've given you, and I've written them out, but I'm also going to explain them here in this video. So, if you watch this video, you might want to come back and watch it again, and probably again in a few months' time, and just gradually tick off the little bits that you've been doing. I do not expect you to get it all overnight. It's going to take you a while to implement these things into your life and your business. But when you do, honestly, it's going to give you your life back. It's going to make you so much more focused, so much more productive, because instead of being distracted and looking around and seeing all these things and getting pestered by people and notifications coming up, you're going to be laser focused on the task at hand. You're going to get in there, you're going to do what you need to do, and you're going to get out and enjoy life, not chained to the computer 24/7. So the first thing that I recommend that you do here is on your computer, create one main folder on your desktop and move all the other files and folders from your desktop into it so you only have the one folder. So if I minimize this, you see my desktop here. I've got a couple of other screenshots here that I've taken today that I'll organize later. You may not be able to see them in this video, but you can see here, I've just got my one folder. Now, so many people's desktops are just cluttered with videos and images and documents and folders that they haven't organized. It's stressful to look at it, because if it's unorganized, then chances are your mind is unorganized too. So I created one folder. This is on my Mac, and I literally right-clicked and I went new folder. It's fairly easy to do on Windows or PC as well. And then I just double-click on that, and I've just got all my folders here that I use. I also use Dropbox, which I have for my other main folders that I want to synchronize from one to another, but you don't need to worry about that for now. Keep everything in one folder, okay? And clear your desktop so it's uncluttered. That's the first thing to do. The second thing, really important, is turn off your browser notifications. Sometimes one slips through my browser that I've forgotten to turn off, but the biggest one really is Facebook. And it's not just Facebook here. These notifications are fine because you can't get rid of these, but there's ones that your browser has, and it's like the browser a notification comes here and it says, or you have a Norton antivirus update thing comes here, or you get a text message comes up or an email comes up, and it just pops up onto your screen. And what it does is it takes your attention away from what you're doing, and you probably, most people just react to it, and you end up being reactive to other stimulus around you. So all of a sudden you're focused, you're doing your activities, and now you're off doing something completely different because of this notification. So I've given you an article here that I found on the web that shows you how to disable browser notifications for each browser. The third thing is turn off push notifications on your mobile device. On your mobile phone, turn off whatever you can. Facebook notifications I have off, Instagram notifications off, YouTube notifications off. I don't react to things. I go to them. So I know that I need to check my Facebook. So every so often, maybe 3, 4, 5 times a day, I'll log into Facebook, I'll log into Messenger. But what I don't do is have my phone turned up like this on my desk with all the notifications. And what happens is you see it at the corner of your eye, and you're working away on you're doing your daily method operation, and then you kind of look at your phone and and then, another message comes up, and then another message comes up, and a text message comes up. Obviously, if you need to be contactable for your family, or for school or work or something like that, then obviously you do need to do that. But see if you can keep your phone turned down, and then every 10-15 minutes, or every half an hour, or every hour, just have a look at your notifications. You can set up systems in place, but the key is don't be reactive to these things. Don't keep looking down. Don't keep checking. And then, because what will happen is you'll click on it, you'll go into it, and now you'll be on your phone for 5 or 10 minutes. And if you're working on your phone, which many people do, then if your notifications are constantly coming up, then you're just reacting to the whole thing, and it's not productive in the slightest. So again, another article here to show you how to do it on the different devices. Fourth, if you can, set boundaries and expectations with your family or the people that you live with. Tell them that you're going to be busy and unavailable between a certain time. And then after that, spend focused and uninterrupted time with them and stick to your word. For me, with my family, they know that I need to work in order to make the money for us to live the lifestyle that we live. So they allow me to do that. And in the early days when me and my wife first got together, it was difficult because she wanted my time, and then my children wanted my time, and I had to keep a boundary. I had to say, if you allow me an hour to work now, I'll come out with you for an hour or a couple of hours later. Or if you want to do it the other way around, let's go out now for a couple of hours. We'll spend time together. We'll watch TV, we'll play sports, whatever you want to do. And then when we come back, I need to work for an hour. Close the door. Everyone knows the situation. Do the work and then get back to your family. Whatever you do. But the worst thing is obviously if you're working in the same room, and if you can't do that, then there's different boundaries that you need to have. But the worst thing is you're trying to work and your children are trying to get your attention, and your partner or your parents or your family or whoever it is are trying to get your attention, and then you've got your mobile phone going off and you've got your browser notifications, and it's like, oh, I can't do it. How am I supposed to work? You need to have this in place. It's going to take you a bit of time. This one, number 5, if you can, work in a separate room, your bedroom, away from everybody else, a spare room if you've got one, the dining room, however you do it, but close the door. And what I recommend, I don't do this myself, but I've seen funny signs on the web that says, I'm not available. If you need something, then go check the fridge or check the TV or speak to your father or your mother, or so it kind of lays the boundaries out. Or you've got a sign that says, I am working, please don't disturb me unless it's an emergency, something along those lines. So, keep the door shut so there's no distraction and there's a boundary there and everybody knows what the expectations are. Number 6, set yourself up for business if you can. Again, get yourself a desk, get yourself a table if you can, work on the table, or at the table, should I say. But, I think the worst thing that we can do, and, I've done it before, my wife does it as well sometimes, but is just sitting in our bed like this, kind of relaxed and reclined. That is for browsing. Yes, you can do that for browsing and kind of checking things, but that's not your work time. That's not your focused daily method of operation. You need to set yourself up for success. So find yourself a workspace that you've got your computer or your phone. If you only do it on your phone, see, the problem is you can use your phone anywhere, and that's a great thing as well. But, I would sit at my desk or my table if I was on my phone, and I would literally just check and do my activities in a professional manner, not just lying down in my bed kind of looking at it like this, because again, there's no focus there. There's so many distractions in those instances. Number 7, clear your desk and remove all papers and pens and stuff which you don't need for part of your routine. You might have a piece of paper that is your daily method of operation, and you might have a pen, that's fine. But if you've got clutter all over the place, I've got some papers over there at the moment that I can see that I need to file or get rid of. I've got a few boxes over there, again, that I need to do the same with. But other than that, my room is pretty well organized. There's nothing in my sight that is going to distract me all the time. And again, it just helps you clear your own mind. Number 8, use social media with a purpose. Yes, you can browse when you want to, that's fine. But when you're doing your daily method of activity and your routine, do it with purpose. Know why you're going there. Okay, I'm going into my messenger and I'm going to reply to, or I'm going to contact 5 people, or I'm going to comment on 5 posts. Once you've done that, you know you've done your work for the, for the focused session, and then you do the same later. Try to, and it's hard because social media is so addictive, but try to not keep checking your phone. It's like, I mean, the good thing is if you've got your notifications turned off, it's not going to keep grabbing your attention all the time. But, every hour, maybe if you have to, every 2-3 hours if you can, just log in. You don't have, just because you're working on Facebook doesn't mean you have to be on it all the time. What I often do is content creation for me, I often do off Facebook. So I'll do it in a Notepad document or a Google Doc, but I'm not distracted by Facebook constantly, or by social media. So, try to be the person that goes to Facebook rather than Facebook pulling you in through their notifications, and they're grabbing you the updates and all that kind of stuff. Try not to react. Try to be the person that actually be proactive about it is probably the word I'm looking for. And here is, number 9 is basically the same thing. Stop reacting to social media notifications. On Facebook here, if you see these things, how desirable is that? I've got a message. Okay, let me go and check it. I've got a notification. Click. You should be building up your notifications 20, 30, 40, 50. See how high you can get of notifications and messages before you go and check it. You do not need to be reacting. I mean, look at this thing here. It's coming up. This is a great example of something that I need to turn off myself, because I don't need to see that right now. That just distracts me. If I'm creating content and I'm writing it here, and Joanna's just posted here, I need to click on that, and now I need to go and react to it. No, turn it off. This one has snuck up here. This is actually a Facebook notification that I do need to see if there's a way to get rid of. I'm not sure if there is for this, but the key really then is just turn Facebook off. Otherwise it's going to be, and the sound as well. I don't know if you heard that, but it was like ding, ding, ding. Like, I'm just reacting constantly. I'm going, oh, I need to look at this and I need to do this, and now I click the link and now I go off in a totally other direction, and before you know it, an hour has passed and I've achieved nothing. So stop reacting to notifications. And then same kind of thing, notice yourself and stop clicking adverts or links, because when you're browsing through Facebook and you're scrolling through the news feed, you're going to click links. If you don't have this in place, you're going to see an advert, you're going to click the link, you're going to watch a video, you're going to enter your email address, and again, all of a sudden, an hour has gone by and you've achieved nothing. So you don't have to be on social media all the time to be productive. You just need to focus on the right activities. Install some of these things in your life and watch everything change. Now, yes, there is other things that we can do with calendars and schedulers and all that kind of stuff, and we'll start to look at those gradually to help you get your life back from social media, but at the same time, make you more productive and help you earn more income through the time that you actually spend, but then allow you to enjoy the day, spend time with the people you love, go places. You're not a slave to your phone or your computer anymore. All right, so move on to the next training, but I strongly recommend you come back to this every week, every month, and just install an extra step in your daily routine. Okay, Gavin Manford here. Speak soon. Bye bye.